Okay, welcome to Romeo and Juliet, Acts 4 and 5 quiz, your final quiz for ninth grade English. Okay, first make sure you put your name, last name first. As we move on to the first question, who does Juliet go to for help at the beginning of Act 4? The nurse, Romeo, Paris, or Friar Lawrence? Who does Juliet go to for help at the beginning of Act 4? Next question. What does Juliet threaten to do if she doesn't get out of the wedding? Leave Romeo, kill herself, kill Friar Lawrence, or run away? What is Friar Lawrence's plan? Juliet must agree to marry Paris, then drink a sleeping potion to fake her death. She'll be laid to rest. These get cut off, so I will read these to you live in class on Friday. Next question. How long does the potion last? 24 hours, 36 hours, 42 hours, or 48 hours? How is Romeo supposed to learn of the plan? His servant will go to Mantua to tell him. He already knows. Friar Lawrence will travel to Mantua to tell him the plan, or Friar Lawrence will send him a letter explaining the plan. When Juliet returns home and tells her parents she will marry Paris, what type of irony is she using? Dramatic irony, verbal irony, situational irony, or all of the above? What does Juliet's soliloquy before she drinks the potion reveal about her thoughts and emotions? Okay, this one's also cut off, so I will read it live to you in class or over the Google Meet. When the nurse and Juliet's parents find Juliet dead, in quotes, in the next morning, what do? They are shocked and think she killed herself. They call Friar Lawrence, and he tells them the whole story right then and there. They are shocked and depressed and turn her wedding plans into funeral plans. They are somewhat sad, but they didn't really care about Juliet, so they just move on with their life. Or they discover her body, and the nurse admits to Juliet's parents that Juliet was married to Romeo the whole time. When the others find Juliet dead, only Friar Lawrence and the audience know the truth. What kind of irony is this? Dramatic, verbal, situational, all the above. What does Capulet mean when he says, "Ha, let me see her out. Alas, she's cold. Her blood is settled, and her joints are stiff. Life and these lips have long been separated. Death lies on her like an untimely frost upon the sweetest flower of all the field." Does he mean that Juliet has died when she is young and beautiful, like a flower, and hasn't lived her full life? Juliet died because of the cold frost that also killed the flowers in the field. Juliet is as cold as the frost in the field, but she is still a beautiful flower. Or Juliet is as innocent and beautiful as snow in a field. Okay, moving on to the Act 5 questions. What does Romeo's servant Balthazar come to Mantua to tell him? That Juliet is dead, that Juliet is faking her death, that Juliet is in love with him, or that Juliet is injured and dying. Why does Romeo have trouble getting the poison? It's hard to find, it is illegal, it's expensive, or it is far away. Why didn't the letter from Friar Lawrence get to Romeo? Friar John lost the letter on the way to Mantua. Friar Lawrence just never sent it. Friar Lawrence sent it to the wrong place, or Friar John wasn't allowed to leave his city due to the plague. Moving on, what does Friar Lawrence do when he realizes Romeo did not receive the letter? He gets a crowbar and goes to let Juliet out of the tomb himself. He sends another messenger and just hopes for the best. He goes to Mantua to deliver the message to Romeo himself, or he gives up and goes to the church to pray. Why is Paris in the graveyard? To lay flowers on Juliet's tomb and mourn, to protect her tomb from grave robbers, to visit his dead mother's grave, or he followed Romeo there to kill him. Okay, this next one, there's three parts of it. It's who is slain, who is the slayer, and what does he do with the dead body? First choice, Romeo is slain, Paris is the slayer, and he puts the dead body in an empty grave. Paris is slain, Romeo is the slayer, and he puts the dead body in the tomb next to Juliet. Or Paris is slain, Romeo is the slayer, and he puts the dead body in an empty grave. Or Romeo is slain, Paris is the slayer, and he puts the dead body in the tomb next to Juliet. When Juliet wakes up and finds Romeo dead, what does Friar Lawrence suggest she do? Run away with him, go to a nunnery, kill herself, or go home and ask her father for forgiveness. At the end of the story, who tells everyone what really happened? The nurse, Benvolio, Balthazar, or Friar Lawrence? What is the cause of Lady Montague's death? She was killed by Tybalt. The shock and sadness from Romeo's banishment killed her. She killed herself, or she died of old age. And at the end, how many people die in the play, and in what order do we find out? Was it 4 of them in the order of Mercutio, Tybalt, Romeo, and Juliet? 5 in the order of Mercutio, Tybalt, Juliet, Romeo, and Lady Montague? 6 in the order of Tybalt, Mercutio, Paris, Romeo, Juliet, Lady Montague? Or 6 in the order of Mercutio, then Tybalt, then Paris, then Romeo, then Juliet, then Lady Montague? Okay, moving on to the written responses. Please answer these in a complete paragraph for full credit. The first one, at the end of the play, the prince says, "All are punished." What does he mean by this? Identify the people who have been punished and how they have been punished. And last, who do you think is most responsible for the deaths of Romeo and Juliet? Why? Give 2 specific examples from the play in your own words. And once again, make sure this is a full, complete paragraph for full credit. If you have any questions, you can always scroll back to hear it reread, or you can ask myself or Mr. Miller for help, whether you're in person or on the meet. Okay, that is it. Best of luck.